France. 1803, the United States acquired Opelousas through the Louisiana Purchase. As a result of this colonial history, Opelousas has a rich mix of French, Spanish, and Native American heritage. French descent can be found in cities and states, including Veracruz, Zacatecas, San Luis Potosí, Aguascalientes, Guanajuato, and Jalisco. French immigrants settled in these areas during different periods, most notably in the 19th century. We can find some cave paintings on the Cerro de los Judeos, which is located approximately 45 minutes from the Chautla de Tapia capital, in the town called Barranca Grande. The Hill of the Jews in Chautla de Tapia. Mexico achieved independence from Spain through the Mexican War of Independence, 1810 to 1821, which began with the Grito de Dolores, Cry of Dolores, by Miguel Hidalgo, on September 16, 1810, and concluded with the signing of the Treaty of Cordoba on August 24, 1821. After a decade of conflict, the Army of the Three Guarantees, led by Agustin de Iturbide, secured victory and forced the Spanish to recognize Mexico's independence. St. Augustine Seminary, the first seminary in the United States to train black men for the priesthood, was named St. Augustine Seminary. Founded in 1920 by the Society of the Divine Word, not the Augustinian order in Mississippi, it played a crucial role in providing theological education and ordination for black men during a time of widespread segregation. The Black Canons, historically, there was a group within the Augustinian mendicant order known as the Canons Regular, who were commonly referred to as the Black Friars, or Black Canons because of the color of their habits, not their race. St. Augustine of Hippo, as a North African St. Augustine's own heritage, has been re-examined, with some scholars and artists emphasizing his African roots and depicting him as a black man to recenter his identity away from the whiteness often imposed on him. Municipality. Chautla de Tapia is a city and municipality located in the southwest of the state of Puebla, Mexico. It has very important monuments, such as the image of San Agustin is located in the parish. The image of San Miguel Arcangel is located in the neighborhood church. In the church of Tlanaquiotla is home to the Virgin of the Assumption, which is the first church that existed in the place. The patron saint festivities are celebrated with masses, popular dances, among other things, in addition to what we can find on the Hill of the Jews, some cave paintings, which is located approximately 45 minutes from the place, is the archaeological zone called the Lost City, in which buried remains have been found. Festivities. Candlemas Day on February 2, Xochi neighborhood, movable. August 15%, in Tlanaquiotla neighborhood, San Miguel, September 29. San Miguel neighborhood, Virgin of Guadalupe, December 12. Regional fair of the municipality. San Agustin, August 28 parish patronal feast. San Juan Pilcaya, June 24 in Pilcaya. Fourth Friday of Holy Week varies depending on the date of Holy Week. The holidays are celebrated with masses, prayers, flowers, processions, mechanical games, fireworks, rodeo, sports games, and popular dance, music bands, and dances. November 2, Day of the Dead. December 24, Christmas. The American South Catholic dioceses, religious orders, parishes, and individual clergy members owned enslaved people. They used profits from slave labor for expansion and survival. Sacramental records. For decades, the Archdiocese of New Orleans kept sacramental records, baptisms, marriages, etc., for both enslaved and free people of color. In 2011, the Archdiocese began a project to digitize and publish these records, making them accessible to the public and shedding light on the lives of enslaved Catholic individuals. Resistance and complexity. Some black Catholics integrated their faith with their spiritual lives, while others sought religious guidance elsewhere. White Catholic slaveholders often did little to encourage or discourage religion among their enslaved people. A prominent black Catholic congregation, St. Augustine Catholic Church, founded in New Orleans in 1841, was a noteworthy exception. The city's free people secured pews for the enslaved people, leading to a racially integrated congregation. The Cathedral Our Lady of the Assumption in Cordoba, Spain. Cathedral of Our Lady of the Assumption in Cordoba, Spain, also known as the Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba. A Moorish origins, construction on the original mosque began in the 8th century, long after slavery had disappeared from most of Europe. The original builders were likely paid artisans and laborers. Christian addition, the Christian cathedral was built inside the mosque in the 16th century by paid, skilled craftsmen, distinguishing from other inquiries. It is a misconception that all grand cathedrals, including medieval ones, were built using slave labor. In most cases, they were constructed by highly skilled and well-paid artisans. There was an Assumption parish in Louisiana, but it was named for the religious feast day. The parish's history is separate from a cathedral and includes extensive records of the brutal conditions and treatment of enslaved people on its plantations. French immigration to Mexico. French immigration to Mexico first began in the 1830s with the establishment of colonies in Veracruz. Over 11,000 French people immigrated to Mexico between 1850 and 1914. making them the second largest European immigrant group after the Spanish. During the Second Mexican Empire, 1864 to 1867, under Emperor Maximilian I, and backed by the French military, more French soldiers and civilians settled in the country. After the French military occupation ended in 1867, many French soldiers and civilians remained and integrated into Mexican society. Regional French-Mexican communities. Veracruz, as a major port city, Veracruz was a key entry point for many European immigrants. French communities were established here in the 19th century. Zacatecas and Guanajuato, French settlers, including many who arrived during the late 19th century under Mexican President Porfirio Diaz, were drawn to the mining and economic opportunities in these central states. San Luis Potosí, this state, particularly the Huasteca region, also received French settlers, including soldiers who stayed after the French occupation. Aguascalientes, the Bajío region, where Aguascalientes is located, was another key area for French settlement during the late 19th century. Jalisco, the Los Altos region of Jalisco, is known for a high proportion of people of European descent, including French, with some settlements dating back to the Second Mexican Empire. Lasting French influences. Architecture. French architectural styles can be observed in many parts of Mexico, particularly in cities with strong French heritage like Veracruz. Culinary traditions, French cuisine has influenced Mexican gastronomy. A well-known example is bolillo, a type of French-style bread. Textile manufacturing. French immigrants from the town of Barceloneta played a significant role in establishing the textile industry in Mexico. The arrival of wealthy Huguenot merchants and financiers was instrumental in the growth of England's financial sector and the development of modern capitalism. Establishment of the Bank of England. Huguenot merchants were key investors in the creation of the Bank of England in 1694. Sir John Houblon, a merchant of Huguenot descent, became the bank's first governor. A growth of investment capital. The new money brought by some wealthy Huguenots provided a welcome source of capital for investment in new businesses, contrasting with the wealth of the English aristocracy, which was primarily tied up in land. Financial innovations. Huguenots were also at the forefront of early financial innovations in areas such as insurance and stockbroking, manufacturing and luxury goods. Huguenot artisans brought advanced skills that kick-started or improved a variety of other manufacturing industries. Gunmaking. English gunmaking was dramatically enhanced by Huguenot expertise. Jewelry and watchmaking. Master goldsmiths, silversmiths and clockmakers brought their advanced techniques and craftsmanship, which significantly improved England's luxury goods market. Papermaking. Huguenot entrepreneurs established the paper-making industry in Britain, which had previously been reliant on imports from France. By the early 18th century, England was largely self-sufficient, and Huguenot businesses even printed British banknotes for over 250 years. Expansion of trade. With their extensive overseas contacts and merchant networks, Huguenots expanded England's international trading capabilities. They helped to grow the country's commerce with various regions, strengthening the English economy. Overall boost to industrialization. In the long term, the skills and entrepreneurship of the Huguenots played a vital role in transforming England into a major industrial and commercial power. Their contributions laid important groundwork for the Industrial Revolution, helping to propel Britain ahead of its European rivals. Levantine, Western Asian origin. A significant minority of scholars, including many Semiticists and Egyptologists, support an origin in the Levant. Farming language dispersal model. This hypothesis often links the spread of language families to the expansion of early agricultural technology during the Neolithic period. Since agriculture originated in the Fertile Crescent, some scholars propose that Afro-Asiatic speakers expanded from this region. A lexical reconstruction. Arguments have been made that the reconstructed Proto-Afro-Asiatic lexicon contains terms for flora, fauna, farming, and pastoralism consistent with a Levantine origin, though this is disputed by African origin proponents.